morning, everyone. Welcome to the 5th edition of the Exclusive Brands Week. Today we are starting Monday with Ramon from Montaraz. I really hope you learn and also enjoy and feel that Iberian Spanish culture from him as well. And after this presentation, we are gonna go to a cocktail at 1, as you could see in the agenda, in La Veranda. Okay, so you are all invited to this opening or welcome cocktail at 1 once that took finishes. Okay, we're gonna track attendance. As you have seen, your names are placed and sticked on the tables. You can take notes. Remember that you have to submit your project because behind this event you have 1 credit in your curriculum. This is new since the Swiss accreditation, remember? And any question, please feel free to ask. Anything you want to share? Any question, concern before we start? No? All right. So welcome, Ramon, and thank you so much for being here with us today. We're very happy for you.
Montaraz. Name, symbol, and guardian of unique moments. Moments fused in the palette of the exquisite. The finesse in cut and the finesse of sensations. Both fused with a single purpose. Sharing and creating memories. Montaraz.
Okay, so good morning to all of you. My name is Ramon Martin and I am the 5th generation of, I think, the most luxurious Iberian ham company in the world. In this presentation, I don't want to bore you, so I'm going to explain the whole story based on everything that I lived, since more or less since I was a kid until now. So first of all, I want to say that Montaraz is, I think, is a very luxurious brand for many aspects. And even if that I am the 5th generation, I was the person in my family who created all this, let's call it, luxurious world that we are living right now in the company. And I want to explain why was the reason. So basically, like I was living for 5 years in Switzerland between Geneva and Gstaad. Maybe some of you know these places. And I was living like a very nice life with my friends, based on luxury, nice restaurants, nice hotels, nice clubs, basically nice everything. So before I finished my studies, I was thinking about, okay, so what do I want to do in my life? I had this company, my family have this company that it was already very big, it was huge. We were already selling to more than 60 countries all around the world, with more than almost 1,000 employees in Spain. But I was thinking, I don't want to be like the 5th generation going to my family and just be the son of my dad and everyone will not respect me because I haven't done anything yet. So I was like, what can I do in order to be motivated and everything? So basically what I decided is to go back to the company of my family and just translate everything that I was living in Switzerland. I said, okay, because in the Iberian ham, all this, the whole sector, all the rest of the companies, they were very they were earning a lot of money, but they were not actually putting this product as it should be. It's a very luxurious product, but they didn't know how to actually sell it in order to seem very luxurious, for example a Birkin or Ferrari or some brands like this. So I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. So I came back to the company and basically what I was doing is that how can I live the same life that I'm living in Switzerland but in my company in Spain? So I started thinking and the result of all these thoughts is exactly what you guys are going to see in this presentation. That is basically my life. So let's start with everything. Okay, so now I think in order to speak about luxury, it's very important to speak about family. I think family is the most luxurious thing that any person can have in their life. And I think that when you sell luxury, it really takes so much time to actually have something luxurious in your hand. In our case, it was 5 generations. As I told you guys, I am the 5th generation of my family, and right now the CEOs of the whole group is my dad, my uncle, and me right now. So as we actually cover all these 5 generations since we started in 1890. So it was actually very, very long. My grandfather is still alive, but he's already very old. So right now, us 3, we cover everything. Why family is very important? Because right now, us 3, my dad, my uncle, and me, we put so much motivation, effort, and actually we are very different. So in order to create something luxury, you need to have so many ideas. And in our case, it's very good because we are the 3 shareholders, like always like this, but we are family. So we really understand how much we really had to work to actually get to the point that we are right now. Because my great-grandfather, when he started everything, it was very difficult. Like, we didn't have any money, we didn't have anything. And in order to create something luxurious, it really takes so much time and so much like adversity that you actually have to go through in order to actually have something important in life. And why family is very important? Because, like, I want to explain one thing. One product, any product, it can be ham, it can be the best car, it can be whatever. It can be amazing. But what it makes something luxurious is not the product, it's the personality of someone that is inside the product. So basically, why Hermes is important? Hermes is important, or Chanel is important, because it was one guy called Karl Lagerfeld who actually created everything. Why? Because he put all his personality in different products. A product can be insane, but any product can have a price. But in order to go from this price to a price that is going to be insane, all this margin is completely the subjectivity and the personality that you can actually put in this product. And this price, like that insane price, is not for the product. It's because the people want to have this product because they think that if they wear this, or they have this, or if they eat this, they are going to be completely different. So in terms of the luxurious world, it's very simple. People buy nice cars, nice food, nice clothes and everything because they want to be better. They think that if they have these kind of things, they are going to seem richer, they are going to be cooler, or they are going to be completely different. So it's very important to understand when we speak about luxury, that luxury is just a way to change your social class. It's very simple. And that's actually what we created in Montaraz. What I created in Montaraz is not just the product. It is a moment where everything that surrounds my brand is completely luxurious. So it's not about just eating the best ham or not, which I think I have it. It's more about the people that they are near my brand. They are in a completely different social class than other people that they are in completely other brands. So that's very important. Like, luxury is just a way to change your social class. It's just like an aspiration of people that they want to be completely different. That's why people, they pay so much for items or for products. It's because they want to be in another completely social class that maybe they are not on the moment. Agradecer mi presencia a las 2 marcas como son Ante y Logan Perrier. Muchísimas gracias a todos y disfrutar de esta noche. Gracias por todo. So now we are going to keep going with, I think the coolest thing that we have in our brand right now. When I was in the company, I was like, okay, how can I make this product completely luxurious, and how can I make people to see that if they try my product and if they are connected with my brand, they are going to seem richer or nicer. So I was like, okay, the only thing that I can do this is collaborations and collaborations with the most luxurious brands that they were already on the top of the luxury world. So I started and I said, okay, I need to create like an event, which I have to say was very complicated. I was like, I need to speak with different important brands to get like a connection between my brands, to do like a partnership and to do like a project together. So I started thinking and we came up with a solution. We made a very important deal, international deal, with the company of Laurent Perrier. I went to France and they came to Spain. We had different conversations and negotiations. It was very hard because they were already 50 and 60 years old, the owners, and I was just 23 when I started. I'm 26 now. I was 23. So it was very complicated. So I need to actually like tell them and try to like convince them that, okay, you guys have like an insane luxurious brand already, but you need to be connected to me. And my question was like, why these people will think that they have to be connected with me, because my brand was already, the company was already very big, but I was not having this brand completely luxurious already. So I was speaking with them, I said, yes, but our brand, what we do is completely different. It's super nice, like everything that we are going to do, we are going to be connected with the most important influencers all around the world, the most important people, etc. So I said, I'm going to create an event. I want to do it in any important place in order to connect the most important luxurious brand that I think. So we connected Laurent Perrier with us, the Caviar Caspian pair, and I did a very important deal with the Rosewood group in Madrid. So basically I connected 4 different brands in Spain: Rosewood, Laurent Perrier, Caspian Pair de Caviar and Montaraz, in the same event with the most important press in Spain and internationally. So what I did is that I used all my contacts from Switzerland, everything that I had, like the most important influencers, the most important like businessmen, politics, people from the television, everything. So all these contacts that I was having since I was in Switzerland, since I was 12 years old, I connected and I grouped all of these people in the same event with the press internationally, with 4 different super important luxury brands. So what did it happen? The press went like crazy, and from 1 year to the other, Montaraz was from being just a very important and big company in terms of financially to be one of the most important luxurious Iberian ham in the world, based on this event. So I want to also say that if you want to sell luxury, maybe it's not very diplomatic to say this, but like ugly people don't sell luxury. Like you can go all around the world and people, if they are ugly, they cannot sell luxury. It is like this. I'm so sorry, but I don't know why, but life is like this. So basically what I did is that on the same event, all these like models were completely super beautiful. All the politics, they were like the best ones. Like if you want to sell luxury, you need to have like a completely insane cover all around, because like if you bring people that they are very good looking, that they know how to talk, that they know how to move, if they have manners and everything, they are obviously going to sell these products better. And what did it happen after? So people were seeing, okay, if Montaraz is doing this event with these insane people, super beautiful people, everyone was dressing like insane, and all these famous and everything, maybe this brand is actually luxurious. So from this event, with all these things that we created, with this like background that we created surrounding our brand, that's why Montaraz went from this place to this place. And also, since this moment, I have to say that it was very important, because I closed a very important deal with Bentley, with the cars, because they since this event, they started to sponsor my company and sponsor my profile. So I was the first person and the only person in Spain that I was supported by the whole group of Bentley, of the cars.
Un lugar mágico. ¿Qué esconde? Grandes experiencias. 23 bits. Personas con una identidad única en el mundo. Experiencias capaces de erizar tus sentidos. Vivencias tratadas con todo el amor y cariño del mundo. Bienvenidos a Montaraz Experience.
Okay, so after this, basically, our brand was already in a very important, luxurious moment. All the press from all around the world, they were calling us. For example, New York Times, Forbes, everyone was calling us, and they were saying, Ramon, I really want to do like an interview to you and everything. So we were already there. But now, that was, I think, my most difficult moment, because we were already there, but I was like, okay, we are there, but how can we maintain what we have right now? How can we maintain this luxurious brand image that we really created? And it was very difficult, because obviously we were starting in terms of branding, but like, for example, Chanel or Hermes, they were companies that they were already like 50, 60, 70 years working every single month, doing insane things all the time. They were already in another position, but we had to continue. So I was working a lot with my marketing department and our brand ambassador, Teresa Bernabé, that is here, and I want to thank. We were working, I said, Teresa, we need to do something that no one has done. Like, we need to bring people from all around the world, and they have to see exactly what we have, our factories, our countrysides. Like, they have to live in the same way that we live, but for 2 or 3 days. How can we do this? And we were thinking, and we came up with a solution that our companies all around, but like our factories, our main factories is in Salamanca and in the south of Spain, in Olivenza, in Extremadura. So I said, why don't we bring all like super important people for like 3 days to like the south of Spain, that they can actually live together for three days, people that they don't know each other, but we can actually put so many important and nice and different people on the same group for 3 days in order to share ideas, to live together and to live under my brand. Because I think that luxury is exactly the same as emotions. So basically, like, people, in order to buy luxury, they need to have an emotion. Like, I think emotion is the most important thing. Like, you need to create something. Like, you cannot go to people and say, look, you're gonna pay 20,000 for this item, but you are not going to have any emotion. No one will buy it. So I was like, I think it's a very important way that if people will come to my house, to my company, and to live there for 3 days, I think they will actually have a better idea about the whole process and about exactly how cool and how nice all our companies are. And that's exactly what we did. We did 3 days in Olivenza, and we created an insane thing, because we also did a partnership with Ramon Freixa, who is one of the best chefs in Spain right now, that we brought this cooker for like 3 days. He was going to cook for us for like morning, afternoon, like all the time. And also we were bringing the most important influencers for all around the world. So we brought influencers from Germany, United States, Polonia, Italy, Spain. Like, I actually connected like more than like 40 or 50 nationalities different, all in my company. And they were an insane like influencers, because like one of them was Arab, the other one was like from United States. Like, completely, their lives are completely different, but they were so cool that they matched so well together, and they connected together all under my brand. So I was like, I want to like create like a background where people can meet, but always under my brand. So I was going always to be like a boss, actually not a boss, but like the one like that is going to be in charge of everything, but everything is going to happen under my brand. I am not going to explain anything, but people are going to have an amazing idea about all my brands. So what did happen? All the influencers, they came, they spent like insane days. They were on the factories. They were like, we took like a whole palace for us. Then we all went to our countrysides, because we like, as we do home, we have like huge hectares of countrysides all around Spain, and they are actually beautiful. It's like Tuscany in Italy, but in the south of Spain. And they came there. They were for 3 days. And what did happen after? Without paying a single euro, what did happen is that all the influencers, they were like with more than 2, 5, 10 million like followers. They were like posting everything, like Montaraz, this is our 3 days in Montaraz, this is what it happened, blah blah blah. And also all those influencers, they connected together, and they on the future, I mean now, after 2 months or 3 months, they started to do actually like projects all around, because they knew each other from our experience. So Right now they are super well connected, and it's always Montaraz on the talks. So that's what the most important thing. If you want to sell luxury, people need to talk about it. And the most important thing is just to bring people to what you think is the best and to experience everything, and don't say anything, just make people to actually explain everything by themselves. I think it's the most important thing, is that you don't have to tell people why your product or your company is the most luxurious. You just need people to go to see it, and they can have their own opinion. I think it's the best if you want to have like a very important company of luxury. So as you guys have seen, so basically that was the experience. It was actually super beautiful, because I think in order to, as I said before, in order to sell luxury, you need to actually create insane experience for people. Like, I'm not the type of people who I am very like serious or anything. No, I think people, when they spend more, is when they have more fun. It's very simple. Why the prices of the bottles in the clubs? They buy a bottle for like 40 euros in Laurent Perrier, and they sell it for like 1,000 in a club. Why? Because people are having so much fun that they don't care if paying 100, 1,000 or 2,000. Like, if you are actually having fun, and if you have money and you're having fun, you don't care if a bottle is 200 or a bottle is 600, you are gonna still pay it. So it's exactly the same. I created like this kind of cool background with very important people, just to make them show the world that if they want to try my product, because it's super luxurious, they will have to pay at least 40% more than other kind of Iberian ham. Why? Because everything that I created costs so much money. So if you want to be under my brand, under my product, or under my atmosphere, you need to pay more. It is like this. So people were starting believing that, okay, if I want to try Montaraz, if I want to be like next to this brand, they already know that the price is going to be more, because the experience is going to be more, because what they are going to feel is going to be much more than other kind of brands. Why? Because my factories are better, because my factories, they have the same design as Four Seasons, because everything that we do is completely insane, because the people that you're going to meet if you come with me are the most important people all around the world. So that's why when I sell my product, it's not about the product, it's about me. If you are next to me, obviously you're going to pay more for the product, but you are going to be willing to pay more for the product just to be on that kind of sector and group. So another thing that is very important in order to sell luxury is the packaging. It's very important to have the best packaging ever. For example, with us, we created this very important packaging that is like, when you eat ham normally, it's all under vacío, and it's super bad, because basically the product is all the time in contact with the plastic. In our company, the plastic will never touch the product. So basically we created this insane machine that I think we are the only one having it, that basically our ham will never touch any of the packets. So it's all under CO2. So basically when you open the packs, the ham has never touched any kind of plastic or any kind of material of the packaging, as I said. So it will never damage the quality. Because if the one thing that is very important, when like someone is going to pay so much money for any kind of product or item, it's very important that the quality has to be perfect, because otherwise your chiringuito will go to shit, basically. Like, your quality has to be perfect and the packaging has to be perfect. Like, a person that is paying so much money for something, like, you cannot have any mistake. So that's why it's very important in a company that wants to sell luxury. You need to be like, you need to develop yourself all the time. Like, you need to do something better all the time, like for the product, for the packaging, for the experience, for like, you need to control so many people. In our case, we are more than almost like 1,000 people here in Spain. Like, your group of marketing directors, brand ambassadors, the people in the production, in the quality, they have to be perfect, because as I said before, like, when someone wants to pay so much money for something, like, there is no 99%, it has to be 100% perfect. And that's very important, and that's what we actually do with all the packaging all around the world. Our packagings are, I think, perfect or similar to the perfection. And I think that's the most important thing. Here, you guys have seen some like different pictures of what of the place that we are right now. For example, the whole Rosewood company. We are in the Hilton. We are in the Marqués de Riscal in Spain. We are in Finca Cortesín also here, and many others all around the world. But like, what I want to say is that the good thing is that when you get to the point that you have something very luxurious and people wants to buy it, then is for me, the sexiest part of the company. You can choose your clients. So it's very important, if you want to sell luxury, you have to say no to some clients. You cannot sell your product to everyone. And that's very important, and that's why many companies that they are doing good, but they want to sell luxury, they don't get better, because they sell their products to everyone. Why Hermes is not selling Birkins to everyone? Even though you go to Hermes right now, you go with 20,000 euros and you say, I want to buy a Birkin. What did they say? No. It's very simple. Like, if you really want to sell luxury and you are in a point, it's very important that you choose your clients. Like, I'm so sorry, like, but I don't want to see like a people with dressing as hell or super bad having my products. First of all, because I don't care about the money now, and second of all, because it's going to take the image of your product out. So it's very important that you guys need to be very clear that the best image that you're gonna have in your company is the type of clients that you have. So if the clients are amazing, they are polite, they have good manners, they dress very well, they are going to be like the best image for your company. And it's very important to choose your clients. For example, us right now, we say no to many clients. We just like, we see the clients, and for example, if I go there and I just don't see these clients with the same philosophy that we have, I just don't sell any of my products to this client, and that's very important.
Es una empresa familiar dedicada a la elaboración de jamón ibérico de alta calidad.
Mis padres los que marcaron el camino a seguir y hemos llegado a conseguir este premio. Nosotros lo único que estamos haciendo es seguir los valores: seriedad, calidad y trabajo.
Que garantiza en esta edición el premio a la mejor industria agroalimentaria para Montaraz.
So here was like we had like a very important award about, in Castilla y León we are right now the most important company for like nutrition in almost right now in Spain also. So that was very important. And I think if you want to actually do good in life, you really need to work hard. Like for example, us, we work like more than 18 or 19 hours per day. Like you really need to put so much effort, and believe me guys, like life is sometimes is not easy. And when you start very young, it's even more difficult, because people in society, they don't want you guys to success. It's very simple. And the people that they succeed in life is because they are stronger than others. And how can you be stronger? Working more and working better, and always trying to be surrounded by the best professionals that you can. So if you have potential in terms of economically, you need to hire the most important people, no matter what the price is, to be next to you. That's the most important thing. There is another very important thing, that when you are already in a position, the press and the different newspapers, magazines and everything, they are going to be looking at you and they are going to call you like, can I do a documentary about you? Can I do this page about you and everything? You need to have a very important group of people in marketing in order to say, okay, you are going to appear in this place, and this place. For example, our image went to until super high, because I have a very important team. For example, like Teresa is one of them, that they actually choose where I want to be, how can I be at the time and everything. So basically, I cannot be in every place, and I cannot be with any people. As I said before, you really need to be so careful about in which magazine you are going to appear and in which newspaper you are going to be. Like for example, I was in Forbes when I was 23 to 24. I was one of the youngest person in the history of Spain being in Forbes, and everything that this can appear and seem so cool, you really need to be so careful, because if you don't have a very strong marketing group behind you, like your image can really get super damaged. So it's very important that when a product is very strong connected with your person, with your personality, with your lifestyle, with everything that you do, you really need to be careful, because it's not anymore a product, it's a product that is your personality, that is like a part of you. So everyone, when they will see you or your product, it will be very connected. And this connection, you really need to develop it very wisely, because otherwise it can really get very damaged. So the press is like an arma de doble filo, it's called in Spanish. It's like, it can be insane, if the press are really, if the press is very trying to get to you, it's very good and very cool, but it can really damage your image also at the same time. So you really need to be very careful. It's like a way of actually developing yourself much faster, but sometimes it's not easy, but it's very important.
Bienvenidos al mejor campo de golf de Europa continental. ¿Quién es Javier Reveriego?
Pues soy el director general, el CEO del Real Club Valderrama desde hace ya casi 14 años. Muy contento de serlo, la verdad. Es un trabajo para mí soñado y una gran alegría trabajar en un entorno como Valderrama.
¿Cómo se gestiona el mejor campo de golf de Europa continental?
Con mucha paciencia, mucho trabajo, intentando superarnos cada día, cuestionarnos si podemos mejorar, intentando que el equipo se impregne de una cultura de constante mejora, constante esfuerzo. Yo creo que esa es la manera de conseguir la excelencia. Claro. Sobre todo cuestionarte si puedes mejorar, si puedes hacer las cosas distintas. Y eso es un poco lo que transmitimos a nuestro equipo.
Also, what we did, it was very important. Teresa, our brand ambassador, basically we created a new project that we were doing interviews to very important people all around the world, that they have more or less the same philosophy and the same status as us. And that was very important, because in order to show our company, we said we are not going to just talk about what is Montaraz all the time, but I want to show the people which other companies or personalities that they are under our brand, how can it be connected? So basically we were doing different interviews to people that they are already very successful in life, but it's very important they have the same personality and same philosophy that our company. So all these interviews, they were insane, because we really created and connected people that they are very similar to each other, but completely with different brands. And that was fantastic.
Mercedes, ¿qué se necesita para ser el perfecto anfitrión?
Yo diría que una buena vajilla, una buena cristalería. Mira esta que mona, que es como de nuestro logo, que se ha pintado a mano también, es artesano. Cada una tiene un color. Y bueno, ¿y qué te voy a decir, no? O sea, no puede fallar nunca el jamón. Montaraz, por supuesto. Mira cómo queda con nuestra vajilla, con el logo. Yo creo que es alucinante, perfecto, ¿no? El match.
Es fenomenal, fenomenal.
Sí, y bueno, está buenísimo. Sí.
This one was another interview with Mercedes Domecq. She's one of the most important designers in Spain right now. She was working actually for more than 20, not 20 years, but like 10 or 15 years with Amancio Ortega, being one of the most important directors that Inditex was having. So basically, these people having and trying and be connected with our brand, it really pushed our brand completely in a place that was never been. And that was a fantastic moment and a situation and position, obviously. Now, in order to be finishing the thing, what we are doing right now that is an insane project is that when I was very small, when I was a kid, my mom always told me that, Ramon, if she always said, if you have so much money, you need to give to people, you need to give to life and to people a part that the life has given to you. So I was thinking about it a lot, and I said, because people was like going to Africa, to like, I don't know, other companies, or trying to actually try to help people and everything, but I said, why I don't help people that they are in my country, because in Spain, obviously, this is not like Africa, but they are very poor people and a huge group of families that they are actually having so much problems in terms of financially, that they are socially excluded. It's actually very sad. So as I really like kids, I went to my dad and to my uncle and I said, guys, we really need to create like an NGO in order to help kids that they are under poverty in Spain, but they have important qualities. So basically right now we are creating a very important project that we are going to hire different teachers, we are going to hire psychologists, other health people, all this in order to help kids that they are under poverty or under exclusion in Spain. So in order to help society, I think it's very important to start with kids. And basically what Montaraz is going to be, we are always going to be in the luxurious way, but what we are going to do now is we are going to help society, taking the money that we get from the most important status that we actually are all the time, and we are going to put a very important amount of money, time and behavior in all these kids and family that they are completely under poverty. Because I think, and my way of thinking is that I think right now you cannot be an important company if you don't help others. Because what is the purpose of a company? Earning more money, you can earn more money or anything, but you need to do something more. And what is something more? Something more is like actually trying to help people that they are not on the same conditions that you have. So basically what we are going to do is we are going to pay the education for different kids, for the school, for the university, and we are going to have a department where when they are going to finish their studies, we are going to offer them the opportunity of working for my group, or to try to look for any kind of jobs that, if for example one can be a lawyer, he can actually work on my lawyer's team, or if one can be a doctor, we don't have doctors, but our team will actually try to manage how can we put this kid in the best hospital. And I think it's a very beautiful and important project where we are actually going to change the society a lot, because if you want to change the society, first you need to start with changing the education of the kids, and if they are poor, even more. So that was our company. I think you guys liked it. I think we are in a very important position, not just because the money that we get, it's about the actions that we do, how much we work, how much emotions we put on everything. And also it's very important, is the only thing that I will say in order to finish my speech, is that if you want to sell luxury, it's very important two things: to create emotions on the consumer, because all this price that is above the normal price of the product is all about how much can you sell your product, and all of this price completely depends on you. Like if you are cooler, your product will be they will be more expensive. And also another thing is that if you want to sell luxury, I'm so sorry, but you cannot be in any place, or you cannot be with people that they are in another kind of society or things like this. Like you really need to be focusing about where are you, where do you go, and also very important, which person you want to be and what part of you can put on the product that you sell in order to sell it to all around the world. I think that's the most important thing. So thank you.